It's Sunday morning. It is around 7 a.m. The sun's come up about an hour and a half ago. These are my caulking irons, and I'm having to get these out again because I've got some more work underneath the boat to do. This is super old. Everything's old on this boat. This is a super old caulking hammer, about 80 quid, but it's very good. It's got these cuts in it here that when the shipwright of years ago was all day hammering in caulking irons, that the ring of the hammer is a lot softer with these gaps in it, and the way it's actually the swing of the hammer is absolutely gorgeous in your wrist. There's a real flow to the movement of the hammer, really good. Going downstairs, and we're gonna continue. You see there's stuff everywhere on the boat. That's the joy of doing the bilge on a boat. So I'll explain a little bit as well about what I've done to this boat over the next few sort of episodes. But yeah, basically fully refitted the boat, and I just finished the bilge about 6 weeks ago. The final part of epoxy. I got epoxy, don't know how I did it, but see that mark on my hand? I got epoxy resin in between my fingers there and on other parts of my skin. Here it's all healed up now, but when you be very careful with epoxy resin, it's odorless, and even the odorless odor actually gives you neuropathy. So very careful with it. I was all prepared. I was going back to the epoxy. I was all covered up doing it. It was after I did it, I was doing carpentry jobs, and late at the end of that day I went to the shower and I started picking bits. This is some epoxy here. I went to the shower and started picking the epoxy off my skin, which was taking my skin off. It was awful. Anyway, but yeah, we're going to go underneath the boat. I'll show you next what I'm going to do underneath the boat. 12 o'clock now nearly, and I've drilled, screwed and plugged up to here. Just about to start putting the plugs in the next beam. We've got one, 2, 3, and there's one more at the back to do. It is 11 a.m. Sunday morning, and we have plugged all. These are all plugged, ready to saw off. Extra fixings here all the way down the beam, and we've got one more beam to go. 2, 3, and 4, and I think there's one more at the back. But we're pretty much there, and this is all to strengthen these beams. Because the boat's been out for so long, as I've been working on it, it's so hard to keep up with all the jobs. So the putty's in places, not everywhere. Some places it's absolutely fine, it's solid here. I'll fill this crack with a little bit of putty and some paint. I'll paint over it. But some parts it is coming out here, and I will take it out. So the top's behind me here, but where it's loose like this, I would recommend taking it out. If you touch it and it's semi-loose, I'll push it out to make it loose, pull it out. I'll put some cotton in here. This is one of the worst ones here, but the sun was catching us through the tarps. Again, it's a mission with the amount of jobs that you've got to do without more jobs being created by the time that the boat's out of the water for. We're looking good. It's always very important to be positive while doing all this work to a boat. Later today I'm going to hopefully start, once I finish all the plugs on the bottom, nearly at the stern now, I'm going to get a little chisel and start taking out these black plugs, scrape the top of the nail where the rust is, surface rust, and rust proof it with some liquid, turns it back to steel iron, and then I'll plug it with a new plug, and hydrogen peroxide should take this black off with some sand in as well. So we're cracking on, whole workstation. This was this was actually a leak from the bilge where the boat hadn't been out of the water for 4 years, so I've epoxied over that. It's all dry, it's all solid still. And again, I will be replacing some of the putty that is cracking down here. This is one of the biggest ones on the boat actually here, but the wood is solid. I mean, this is the thing about this boat, the wood is so old and it's literally been petrified, and it's wooden boats like this, old wooden boats like, look, they don't like fresh water, especially tap water, is not good for your boat. They love salt water because it petrifies the wood to make it solid. And this is some copper work. I did the rudder, not quite finished it all yet, but this is all new copper fitted. The bolts go through here to hold the brackets on for said rudder. So just filming this one day's work to give you an idea of rough takes. It's been 12 o'clock now nearly, and I've drilled, screwed and plugged up to here. Just about to start putting the plugs in the next beam. We've got one, two, three, and there's one more at the back here to do. Then I'm going to have a tidy up, and I'm going to start taking all the wood from the boat. This is some huge pieces of flint that I've got, but the rudder's ready to fit. This actually is a tarp. I found it at the back. That's actually my old tarp from 2.5 years ago, the very first one I had. But we're going to start taking down all this wood. I'll show you now quickly. All this wood here, all this old wood I've got is going downstairs. That's my dinghy floor. All this is going to get cleared today. You're going to have a real clear out of the cockpit area. Good morning. I am knackered, right? And I just want to point out, every week, I'm actually at work, drive tickets. Every week on a Monday morning, it's not even funny how tired I am, physically tired. And every week it's the same. Saturday I'm working on the boat, Sunday I'm working all day on the boat. And this is how hard it is to actually get this boat finished. Some sunglasses. But it's so hard to get this boat finished. You just got to keep pushing, because as you're working on the boat, other jobs pop up on the boat as the boat's trying out. Other things have to be done. One job's never one job. It's 5, 6 different jobs, and it's just been such a journey. But thanks for watching my channel, and do give it a share and a like, guys, if you can. It will help the channel grow a little bit. But yeah, hope you enjoyed it all, and I'll be back next week with some more work on the boat. Next week I will be putting some primer underneath the waterline on the hull, finishing off some epoxy repairs on the wooden hull, and starting to do the sealing inside the boat, ready to fit the water tanks. Then I can fit my new water pump, and then we'll be looking at getting the boat anti-fouled, and then the final job is to wrap the bottom of the boat in copper sheet, which again, it all takes time. Anyway, ciao for now.